This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion.
And welcome once again to Talking Pictures Podcast. I'm your host David, and join with me as always my co-host Brian. Brian, Happy New Year.
Well, technically, if you want to be... No, you're right. It is Happy New
Year.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I know. So year four of Talking Pictures Podcast. Look at it, we've got a new logo as well. We've updated the logo.
Yeah, it's the new colour.
The new, the nice dark blue. I have to say it to you, Brian. Yeah. I fucking hated the yellow. The yellow was awful. It was sickly. It was awful.
Well, I did give you the option to change it because 2025 was the year of Superman, and I thought, oh, cool, blue. We should have changed that. But
yeah. But we had committed already to the yellow.
By a week. Yeah,
but we had committed to it. And we're going in sequence of the colours of our logo, with the purple, the teal, the yellow, and the blue. But teal, if we had gone teal to blue, it would have been too close. That's too close.
Yes.
You have to have the yellow to split it up. But I'm just glad that we're out of that yellow era.
But the order of the colours dictate the use of them according to the years we're going out. Like, there's no rule book to say we should have went with purple.
It's colour theory.
And then
colour theory.
And then teal, and then yellow, and then blue. But I like that we're ending with blue because blue's the best colour.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Blue's a man's colour.
If you're new here, then welcome. If you're a returning listener, also welcome. We've new episodes every single Wednesday, so make sure that if you haven't already, you're subscribed to us on your favourite podcasting app of choice, and you're following us on all of our social medias. They're always in the links down below, so you've no excuse not to follow us. Have you got a trailer of the week for us?
No, sure, we talked all about them
that is before. True. Yeah, and nothing has come out since then. So if you haven't already, make sure you listen back last week for our most anticipated movies of this coming year. And so in lieu of doing something this year, we're going to do something that came out last year, which is we're going to talk about Peacemaker.
Consequences of me not getting it watched in time.
Yeah, which is
and when I say watched, I mean season 1.
Yeah, you didn't rewatch it.
Rewatched.
And normally I'm the one that's on the bad end. Whenever we decide to do something, it's always me that leaves it last minute.
No, it's not.
It is. It's very much I always leave it last minute, or we delay it a little bit because I haven't got it watched. Yeah, it's normally me. But not this time.
Not this time.
It's you.
My fault. And I'm not sorry.
So, Peacemaker.
We had to talk about this. And it's not just because of... No, sorry. It is actually just because of the fact that James Gunn retrospectively installed it as part of his DCEU.
I felt as though Peacemaker was something that James Gunn wanted to have his cake and eat it too. And I was really negative about Peacemaker to begin with.
So... Never mind the fact we've got on record in the likes of Creature Commandos and Superman that Peacemaker should or should not be part of the DCU, and how James Gunn should have incorporated it into it, because we got 2 seasons of Peacemaker. 2022, at the start of 2022, so a good full 4 years ago, Peacemaker season 1 came out. That was the second last year of the DCU. Because in 2023 we got the slog of Blue Beetle, and
there was 4 films that came out that year.
Shazam and Flash and Aquaman 2.
Yeah, and Blue Beetle.
Yeah. So Peacemaker came out in 2022, just after Suicide Squad.
See, the thing that I found the most difficult to swallow about Peacemaker as a series was James Gunn's insistence of, it was the whole like, some things are canon and some things aren't.
Okay.
And what bothered me at the time was you can't pick and choose. If you've made something, you can't just pick and choose what exactly is. And it was something that season 1 is so firmly in what was the DCEU, and then season 2 is this new DCU, and it's like either all of it or none of it, all of it or none of it.
So you're only thinking that because of season 2. Season 1, it's non-existent. Your concerns or problems with James Gunn having his cake and eat it too, that's only when he came out with season 2. Season 1, it's a great diamond in the rough. It's great, something to watch with no consequences. And I don't know, how do you want to go about talking about this? Because I think this is so wide and vast, and plus both plots of season 1 and 2 are so radically different.
They are. So I think before we actually jump into it, I should say that
spoilers.
Spoilers first of all, but also my opinion has changed on it, because when I rewatched season 1, I kind of looked at it and I was like, there's nothing really here that is so consequential that, like, oh no, this couldn't possibly, like, he had to retcon so many things other than the final scene, which is when the Justice League turn up, and he retconned that. And I'm not a huge fan of retconning anything, to be honest, because I'm kind of in the mindset of, like, well, if you did it once, that's what it is, and you should stick to it, whether it's good or bad. Obviously, that's something that you can't continue on because those characters aren't going to exist in the thing. So retconning that one scene, and if you just watch Peacemaker season 1 and change out that final scene, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing that contradicts anything going forward or from the past. Like, everything that is said by Peacemaker or by the team essentially can be chalked up to, yeah, that's a joke. Anytime that he mentions a superhero or anything like that,
and that's quite a lot. Every time he brings up a fun fact about a superhero in the world, whether it be Dollman or Green Arrow or Batman or Superman or Aquaman,
he could be talking about any version of that. You know, it doesn't have to be that he's talking about Henry Cavill Superman, or that he's talking about Jason Momoa Aquaman. Or he's just talking about the general superhero that we haven't met yet in this new DCU.
Or maybe he's just full of shit and doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, that's how I took it. Everything that he says I take as him reading a rumor on the internet and taking it as the God's honest truth.
See, the fact that we do have a Superman, and it's the David Corenswet one, we know that it's that one that going forward, it's that one that John Cena's Peacemaker is referring to.
Yeah,
when he's talking to his neighbor about Batman, the old man, and saying Batman does good and justice. You know, he doesn't kill people and shit like that. Well, at the time,
it was Ben Affleck.
It was Ben Affleck, but Batman.
It's currently now a Batman we haven't met yet.
Yeah, supposedly the Brendan Sklenar one.
Yeah. I don't think
he's just one of like 10 rumored actors to play it. Like, whoever they're gonna get, they'll get. But when we do get him, we know that when we go back to watch Peacemaker season 1 again, specifically for that reason alone, that's when we'll know, okay, it's that Batman version, that interpretation of Batman he's referring to, because he's in the world of the DCEU with Peacemaker. So same with, if James Gunn ever wanted, and I'm sure he will, incorporate the characters Dollman and Green Arrow and Aquaman, they're going to be the interpretation of those characters that Christopher Smith was declaring a fun fact about this, that, and the other. So I think, but yeah, having gone back to watch season 1 before season 2, it's perfectly fine. It all fits. I just remember you being so confident and firm pressed, and then all of a sudden one time you sent me a voice note. And
it was, I was just very anti James Gunn at the time, where I was like very in my mind about, he just wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants all of these characters that he's created,
just the ones he created,
to be continuing on. And it's like, sometimes you do have to kill your darlings. And I just was very negative about it. And I suppose rewatching everything again, it's kind of hard to, when he says like, oh, Superman is the beginning of the DCU, and it's like, well, shouldn't it really be Suicide Squad until you show me otherwise?
Yeah,
it's Suicide Squad followed by Creature Commandos, followed by Peacemaker season 1, then Superman, then Peacemaker season 2. I think if you follow that thread of it, it all works out perfectly fine.
Does Creature Commandos come before Peacemaker season 1?
No, so it would be Peacemaker season 1 followed by Creature Commandos.
I looked at the two options. If James Gunn doesn't do what he's doing, we don't get John Cena as Peacemaker, and we likely won't get Idris Elba as Bloodsport or Harley Quinn played by Margot Robbie. And I thought, to go forward with Superman being the first and foremost part of the DCU, and throwing away what we got that James Gunn created, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I want to see John Cena play Peacemaker for the next 10 years. And same with all the other characters that James Gunn had written and created. And there's not many survivors from Suicide Squad, so we can leave it at that. But Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis, that's one of them.
See, I felt as though James Gunn had the perfect out. He had the perfect way of keeping characters from the original Peacemaker and carrying it over into the DCU, and also keeping a clean slate. And that's with essentially the crux of season 2, which is the quantum unfolding chamber. That at the end of the first episode, Chris Smith goes into this other dimension and he can kind of take over from another version of himself. And in my mind, I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's how we're going to do it. Chris Smith, John Cena is going to go over into that dimension, and going forward, that's the DCU. That's where Superman takes place. That's where Creature Commandos takes place. And going forward, we're kind of nearly following this Chris Smith as he learns about this new world and sees the differences from the original DCEU. Now, you were very negative on that idea because even though in my mind he would have met
the
counterparts, like it still would have been Danielle Brooks, it still would have been Jennifer Holland, it still would have been Steve Agee playing all those characters, and your man playing Vigilante, all this stuff. You were very anti that though, because you wanted the exact versions that we've already met
because of the shared history. Nothing to say that shared history couldn't have also been in the DCU going forward, but you were very like, if it's going to be these characters, it has to be the original versions of them. To be honest, I wouldn't have minded. Had we moved on from the DCU and not had Peacemaker at all, I would have been fine with that, but I also would have been perfectly fine with Chris going over into this new universe and just continuing on from there, and the only character that we have crossing over at all that has any memories of the original DCEU being Chris Smith. I would have been perfectly fine with that. Nearly have him as a pseudo Deadpool character who knows that he's in a different universe. Yeah, it does sound reminiscent of what you would expect from Deadpool. John Cena as Peacemaker. Like the raunchiness alone and the violence alone.
Yeah.
He does come across as now the movie to movie comparison counterpart to Deadpool.
I kind of see Vigilante as that, to be honest.
But Vigilante is a supporting character in a supporting character show, in a supporting character content of the DCU. Like when you're going to get your entries into the DCU, you're going to have your primal ones with Superman and with Supergirl, and then whatever Batman, Wonder Woman, and will be, and the same with Green Lanterns if they want to retain Jon Stewart. Yeah. But Peacemaker, that's something James Gunn wanted to do. You know, he aimed high and he reached the heights of the blockbuster A-star premium content with Superman, but then he goes back down to his own level where he excels. I think personally, he loves Superman, but I think Peacemaker is where he belongs. Same with Suicide Squad, same with even Creature Commandos. Like that's his pet peeve. That's his little like, I love doing this, like I relish in this. Whereas in Superman, he had to do it because that's his job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think that James Gunn does really well with ensemble groups of people.
Oh man, absolutely. The fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. And he made an ensemble the A-star action-packed premium expectation we would get. It took 3 movies to do it, but by the 3rd movie, we got it. That's what I felt, you know?
Well, he's done it with Guardians, he did it with Suicide Squad, and he did it with Creature Commandos.
Yeah, but
and in a way, he's done it with Peacemaker as well. Bringing together this ragtag group of misfits and creating a team, creating a family within them.
Man, have I told you that's my favourite?
It is.
Type
I
of
have.
movie? I love a good fucking ensemble. I do like a collection of characters coming together. Remind me of the recommendations I have for you. I probably told you in last week, but I'll probably tell you again. But having said that, we're in agreement. We're kind of liking where we're going with the DCU going forward, in saying goodbye, farewell, so long, nice knowing you to the DCU. Your last 4 entries were piss poor, by the way. And
Blue Beetle was fine.
I could have sworn you said it wasn't.
No, it was fine. It's fine.
I did like Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Blue Beetle's fine.
Okay. Anywho, now, going forward, I think what would open the dialogue again between me and you to be in a bit of at odds, or even in agreement with issues surrounding the eradication of the DCEU, the cancelling of it, and moving on with the characters James Gunn worked with, Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. I think what would make me have a conversation with you again about this particular topic is if when he brings in Harley Quinn, is she going to be played by Margot Robbie or not? And if he wants to bring back Bloodsport, no shit and no doubt it's going to be Idris Elba. But if he wants to cast Idris Elba as someone else, and that's going to be Idris Elba's character in the DCU going forward, well then maybe that's a problem I will have. And I think,
you know what,
and the character with Ratcatcher 2, with Danielle Matchler,
I don't know her last name, but
her, alright, she has to come back, and she has to come back as that character.
See, the thing is that
I keep interrupting you, I'm sorry, but Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, alright, that's already set in stone.
I agree that we will come at odds with it, especially considering that in season 2 of Peacemaker, they do flashbacks to the Suicide Squad. They specifically show scenes of Peacemaker killing Rick Flag Jr.
They do that in season 1 as well.
They do it in both, yeah. So he's committed that Suicide Squad happened.
Yeah.
So if we go forward and it's not Margot Robbie, it's like, oh, come on, like, you can't, now you're picking and choosing.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you need to
And I will
commit
agree.
or not.
I will agree. That is picking and choosing.
Yeah, unless you show me some version of Suicide Squad, like reshoot scenes from the Suicide Squad slightly differently. If you went into color correction and changed Rick Flag's t-shirt color from the yellow to an orange, just to show me on some level, yes, things played out a little bit differently. Just the tiniest little differences, then I would be more willing going forward to have, you know, that we had different people on the team, or that Harley Quinn is played by someone else, or go in to scenes from the Suicide Squad and put whichever actress it is in place of Margot Robbie.
But that's only in a flashback scene.
And those, yeah, and commit to the flashback there. It's you know what? It's a problem that we're creating. It's not a problem right now.
It's not a problem yet.
No, but it could be a problem.
We are overthinking it. We can't control that right now.
No.
We can control it when it comes to it.
Yeah.
Whenever he does introduce Margot Robbie again as Harley Quinn, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
All right? And obviously, if you're going to bring back Bloodsport, if you're bringing back that specific character, you're obviously going to bring back Idris Elba.
Yeah.
All right? And he can excel in that role. If anything...
And I fully believe that Bloodsport did shoot David Cornsweet with a kryptonite bullet.
Yes.
I believe
exactly.
that, yeah.
Like, they put him in the ICU, but it wasn't a battle. Like, he just shot him. Maybe it was played off to be a big event, but maybe he shot him off the cuff or unintentionally.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem that bad of a guy. And you know what? Having said it now, it might be a missed opportunity to not bring him back in Man of Tomorrow.
It would be, yeah.
As in a supporting role. That's what I think, anyway. But yes, we're in agreement. We're happy with what James Gunn is doing for now.
For now, yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
So, season 1.
Yeah, we want to do this talking about both seasons. But like you said, both seasons are so different.
Yeah, we can talk about the characters.
That's kind of the best way to go about it, because, like, plot-wise, I mean, they're so different season 1 to season 2.
Well, just in a quick general thoughts with season 1 plot. What do you make of it? The whole butterflies, the alien
I think
invasion.
season 1 actually, the aesthetic and the feeling of it and the plot fits much more in with the DCEU. And season 2, because it's more character driven, it fits more with the DCU. It kind of nearly both plot lines fit more within the universes in which they were initially conceived.
Yes,
you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. Now, look, season 1 came out, and obviously we know it's in the same world, shared cinematic universe. But Peacemaker stood on its own, separate from everything else. Just because we know in the next city over, that's where Superman is, that doesn't mean we'll ever see them. And the consequences in the Peacemaker plot remain within the parameters of the Peacemaker IP. There's no consequences that's going to affect...
No, that's not true.
No?
No.
Where am I wrong? Where are you going to school me?
After the whole incident with the butterflies, and when Ads outs Viola Davis, Amanda Waller, she's no longer the lead of Argus, and that's where Rick Flag Sr. can take over.
Well, I was just referring to the DCEU, not with the DCU.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. I thought you were talking where the consequences are.
No. Going forward now, yes. That's where he's fitting it in. Like, he's using some consequences from what he can from Peacemaker 1, and he's bringing it into season 2. I like the whole plot of the whole butterflies. Like, this little small task group with the 11th Street kids.
Yeah, that you have a potentially world cataclysmic event. It's kind of nearly like what the Suicide Squad is, where it's a team that it's a problem that is too small for the Justice League or too small for the big superheroes, but actually could spiral out of control into being a world disastrous event, which is the same as what the butterflies are. That, yes, they've taken over a small amount of people, but they are in positions of power, and as it takes over this community and it could grow and build, and it could end up that the whole world is taken over by these butterflies.
What I liked about it is that I'm sure there's some series of issues in the comic books that the butterflies are an antagonist. They're like the invasion of the body snatchers.
I've never heard of them or experienced them in anything before.
But I like that James Gunn, out of all the random plots he could have done, that's the one you chose.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing a Peacemaker TV show.
Yeah, and really, Peacemaker is the most well-known character in it.
But
And he's not well-known. He's
At
only
all.
well-known from the Suicide
No.
Squad. Everything else. Like, I knew Vigilante as a character because he appeared in the TV show Arrow. But that Vigilante is so different than this Vigilante. Like, they're completely different characters.
what do you make of him?
In Peacemaker,
Well, yeah, the interpretation of Vigilante in Peacemaker compared to how you know him in the Arrow.
I like him. Like I said, he feels a very much a Deadpool-like character.
Yeah.
The only thing, and I have this criticism, I think, with a lot of the Peacemaker characters, is that they all, depending on who's in the room, someone has to be the most absurd. And that can be Peacemaker, that can be Ads, that can be Economos, that can be Vigilante. It's like, and then Emilia Harcourt and Myrn, they both play kind of the two straight characters. But it just feels as though, depending on who's in the room, those other characters all feel as though they have to be the most ridiculous. And Vigilante sometimes can feel a little bit too ridiculous. And that criticism extends into season 2 as well.
Yeah.
Even with Tim Meadows' character.
Yeah.
And it feels like sometimes that James Gunn just wants to have some kind of ridiculousness. And it's whoever's in the room has to fit that role.
You're talking about what you did with Michael Rooker in season 2.
Yeah.
So like we'll get to that. All right. We'll talk about the characters point.
But he needs to have some kind of comic relief there. And it's just whoever's in the room, whoever is there, someone will fit that role. And not that Vigilante is the comic relief character or Peacemaker. It should have been just the two of those. Just Peacemaker and Vigilante, and they're the two most ridiculous in the room, and everyone else plays a straight character. But it just feels as though whoever's in the room at that time can play the...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
relief.
It's not an issue for me. For me, I toss it up, that's just James Gunn playing to his strengths, and it's also traditional storytelling when you're having comedy involved, I would think. Especially when it's including an ensemble.
Yeah, but it's the problem I have with it is that it's okay, who is in the room, as opposed to that this is the character's personality.
Okay, so it's not always the same character. So
yeah, if you put Emilia Harcourt, Peacemaker, and John Economos in the room, okay, it's going to be Peacemaker is the most ridiculous. John Economos is going to be the next most ridiculous, and then Emilia Harcourt is the other end of the spectrum where she's the straight man. Now you take Peacemaker out of that room and you switch that out with Myrn, and now it becomes that John Economos. It's not that he's the same level of ridiculousness, but he becomes the most ridiculous, and then Emilia Harcourt, she becomes the secondary most ridiculous, and it's not that she is by comparison the second most ridiculous, is that her character or her personality becomes more ridiculous because Peacemaker's no longer in the room.
I gotcha.
And opposed to having just set character archetypes and having set personalities, it's like, okay, it's a sliding scale of who's in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't particularly like that.
Really?
Yeah, because they're not consistent.
It's just
if I have a room with Peacemaker, Vigilante, and Economos, no, but Economos is the straight man, and he's no longer funny. He's no longer taking on that comic role, and it's like, just because these other two people are in the room, he changes personality, and I think that that's a consistency of a problem that I found between season 1 and 2 is that personalities kind of ebb and flow, and no one has, so few characters stick with who they are. Like, I'll give you an example, and that's Emilia Harcourt. Emilia Harcourt from season 1 to season 2 feels completely different. So completely different.
How so?
That it feels like in season 2, she is this hard ass, like, no emotion whatsoever, like, will not open up to anyone under any circumstances. And the only reason that she's there and she's acting like that is because we go to the other world where we see a much more open Emilia Harcourt, and it feels as though James Gunn is like, okay, I really want to contrast these two, I really want to highlight that, so we'll make the other version on Earth X, we'll have her be a much more caring and loving person, and so by consequence we have to make this other version of Emilia Harcourt way more hardened and way more closed off than she ever was in season 1, or even how we see her in parts of season 2.
I don't know. I thought there was quite similarities. There was a consistency, and there was the flashback where Peacemaker does open up to her at the party, at the gig.
Yeah, and
And
in that scene, she is much more open, and then everything after that, she's completely closed off because Chris goes to the other world.
But she doesn't want to open up emotionally to him. She doesn't want to, she's afraid of a relationship. She's afraid she'll get hurt. There's also the little fact that she was apparently with Rick Flag, the man who was killed by Peacemaker. So I would toss that up as well to some of the reasons why she's being closed off. And she's just like that personality. And just because she seemed to open up at the end of season 1 doesn't mean you're going to be like that for the rest of your life, you know? Emotions change all the time.
Do they know?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I know they do. For me, it felt as though
I understand.
James Gunn pushed her off the deep end so that we can contrast her with the other version of her.
Yeah.
You know, even where she's getting into like bar fights and stuff like that, and you just like randomly seeing her like fighting people for no reason, and you're like, what's going on here? Or the scene where she's doing the interview for like the NSA, or she's been blacklisted, and someone like diagnoses her with like toxic masculinity, and she starts shouting and stuff like that.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
I understand it's a joke, Brian, but the way she reacts, then I'm like, this doesn't feel as though it's the same character from season 1 at all.
I think it can be consistent there. Like she did go to bars on her own. When a guy would hit her up, like literally just hit her up, she goes to disarm him.
I don't know.
With her bare hands.
I feel as though it's just you're pushing her too far in one end to contrast her with the other version of herself.
I understand. I see you.
But you disagree.
I disagree.
That's okay. We can disagree without arguing. I'll kill you.
It's interesting. I didn't think you would have. I didn't think that would be a thing at all.
Another character I thought was very, very different was Rick Flag Sr.
We'll go back to him.
Okay, leave him for a minute.
Leave him for a minute, because I do have a few things to say in relation to that. All right, and it's not the fact that his hair is a different color from Creature Commandos, but I just wanted to get your quick thoughts on the plot of season 2.
The plot of season 2, while I initially did say I thought it was going in one direction, where I thought that Chris was going to just go over to this, and this new world would be the DCU.
Yeah, so he would be coming from the DCEU to the DCU.
Yeah, that wasn't the case, and I thought it was interesting as a plot device that he would spend time between the two different worlds.
Yeah,
and we got to see a bit of a different side to what if he was the hero that he always wanted to be. What if he was the Superman of this world in a way, you know? And he also gets to experience the life he never got to live with his brother and his dad who loved him.
It's the perfect world for him.
It's the perfect world, yeah, in quotes. And as we move through the season, we find out why is it not the perfect world, and his obliviousness to that.
You know, I just like all the titles that they have for the episodes. Like that episode in particular is Ignorance is Chris.
Ignorance is Chris, yeah. And like I noticed it as the season was going on. I'm sure you noticed it as well. People online were noticing it as well. It's like,
once people...
there's no people of colour in this new world. Has anyone noticed this? None of the background actors, anything like that.
Once people on the internet are noticing it, it's likely to be that.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, that's when I started to think it's Earth X.
Which is an established parallel Earth within the comics. It was there was actually they did so the Arrowverse, like I referenced it earlier there, the Arrowverse, which was Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. They used to do these big crossover events where one episode from each show would be dedicated to one story arc.
So episode 5 of Arrow would be the first chapter.
Exactly.
Episode 7.
It was normally all like the episode 5s of each series. So they would keep it consistent, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, that they had Earth X, which was essentially if Germany had won the war and everyone was Nazis.
Yep.
And so it's an established thing within the DC universe, comics, whatever.
I'm sure Marvel's done it as well.
I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, yeah, it probably would be more with Hydra than it would be.
Yeah. But you see, here's the thing. Earth X is such a established entity now, a location, a realm, a location in the comics that we've seen so many little interpretations of it on screen. It plays a role in the second season of a lesser known superhero TV show. I'm sure there's a game about it. I'm sure it's had a great run in the comics, and whatever it's done in the Arrowverse, I bet you can make a movie out of it.
I don't know. I think that
I bet you
to the level at which that we got it here? Like, what more could you do with it?
I don't know, because what we got here, it was very grounded. It was very personal. It involved just a little town, just a little superhero in that little town, wherever Peacemaker and his father and brother lives. It just surrounds Peacemaker's bubble and this close circle of people he lives with. And so, because of that, I lost my thought for a second there. I don't know why, because I thought about a scene in particular in Peacemaker season 2 when shit hits the fan. But like there is a story somewhere in Earth X where our protagonist goes to the other world and tries to
I think it's more
tries to take out those in power. And
I think it's more the other way around, actually, that the people from Earth X would come to the DCU to impose their thoughts upon the DCU.
Oh, right. Anyway, so between the two plots of Peacemaker season 1 and 2, I thought they were very well done.
Yeah. I think that there's such a tonal shift between season 1 and season 2, where season 1 is much more action-packed and it's plot-driven.
Yeah.
Season 2 is much more character-driven.
Yes.
And I think both work. Well, I nearly prefer season 2, to be honest, to season 1. And that's not to say that season 1 is bad or that the plot isn't engaging or anything like that. I think that just both are done very well, that you can put these characters in either situation, that you can have a completely action-driven plot or you can have character-driven plot, and either works. I'm happy to see the characters in either situation.
So, characters then.
Yeah. Who do you want to talk about first?
I don't know. You pick. Where do you want to start?
High? Me?
High or low?
Low.
Low?
Low to high.
Myrn.
I missed Myrn in season 2.
So did I, and I only thought that when I watched season 1 again.
Yeah, you do forget how good... I'm going to butcher his name.
Judy. I think his name's Judy.
I know his name, and I fear that I'm going to mispronounce it. That Myrn played by... And I'm going to butcher this name. It's Chukwudi Iwuji. I believe so.
The villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah. He's great, and I do miss him in season 2. Obviously, his character dies in season 1, and then by consequence of the story that they're telling in season 2, where they're going to a parallel world, which is run by Nazis.
Yes, so
we can't have any black characters.
Well, people of color, as it was.
Yeah,
because
we also miss out on the detective
because
she's Asian,
and she wasn't there in the other world, but her partner was, and you can see the love he has for her, and she him, but that's non-existent in the Nazi world in Earth X because she's Asian.
Yeah, so they wouldn't have ever actually met. So
yeah.
I missed him from season 1 to season 2.
Do you know, he was fucking ripped, I thought.
Yeah,
like he's in his 50s, and I don't know if he didn't cast the actor Edie as Mr. Terrific. I know you thought Myrn could have played Mr. Terrific.
Possibly, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Anyway, I have to.
You know who we initially had as Myrn, who we wanted to cast?
Lance Reddick.
Yeah, but he unfortunately passed away.
No.
Yeah, no, it was Lance Reddick.
It was. Yeah, right. Yeah, it did suit him. Man. But you see, James Gunn is very good at getting the right guy for the right job, for the right role. And it doesn't matter what level they are in the popularity scale.
No. You're right.
And he's often good at discovering the talent and making talent. Like, I think his star project in doing that is Dave Bautista.
I was about to say, making Dave Bautista a household name and letting him become like one of our favourite parts of the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, and then since Guardians of the Galaxy, then he's gone on to do some great roles. Like he was in Glass Onion and Knock at the Cabin, and even a small, very limited role in both Spectre and Blade Runner 2049.
But he keeps climbing that ladder.
Yeah.
Like, he's done a season with Jason Momoa, and now he's doing a buddy cop action movie. Probably going to be shit, but he's still doing it. He's still working.
You know what's an underrated one that I actually had a good time with?
What?
Stuber. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. With Kamal Nanjiani.
Yeah. That was a good one. I like that. I liked it back and forth. I can't remember a thing about the movie.
No, me neither. But I remember enjoying it.
Other than Dave Bautista telling the two girls at the back of the car to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. But it's not just Dave Bautista he's done it for. He's done it for, I think, the actress who played Ratcatcher.
Yeah.
I don't think she's getting the role she's getting, or would be getting, if it weren't for him casting her in that. And you know what? I know he was already an established name, but he's made him into a leading man in blockbuster movies, and that's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
He did the same for Chris Pratt.
You know who was initially was testing for Star-Lord and didn't get it?
No, I actually don't know.
Glenn Howerton.
Who's Glenn Howerton?
Glenn is Dennis on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which you're watching at the minute.
Really?
He could have been Star-Lord, yeah.
No.
He was very close.
Was he? But the casting director really did pitch Chris Pratt for it, and James Gunn was like, no, not him. And then she made him fucking do his job.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Now he's casted.
Very interesting.
I like Chris Pratt Star-Lord probably more than any of the other Chris's in their respective superhero-based roles.
Okay.
I like him more than Thor.
Yeah.
And Steve Rogers. And
Chris Pine
in
as Steve Trevor.
Steve Trevor, yeah. Very similar, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just very good at propelling actors into stardom, I think. And he can just keep going with it. So good on him.
Yeah.
But he also has his little collection of characters he always retains as well, doesn't he? Yeah, we'll get to them. But, yeah, Myrn, missed him, liked him. He was a butterfly.
Yeah, which is interesting that you have all of the characters, fighting this group of bad guys, these aliens, and then revealed midway through the season, oh, actually, one of the characters has been an alien all along.
Do you remember when Adebayo discovers him? And
he attacks her, yeah.
The way he reacts is as if he was...
It's very alien-like.
Yeah. And the way he reacts as well was through the
X-ray vision, yeah.
Like, imagine watching the actor perform that little, alien scream. It would have been very jarring to see a character we see as an ally on our side who is going against his own species. What I'm trying to say is that, you know what I'm saying.
Roughly. I can figure it out.
We retain the human side of Myrn for
Yeah.
the majority. And the closest we get to the alien is watching him eat and hearing him scream through the X-ray, but we don't see his face perform that scream because it would be hard to watch him perform that scream chasing after Adebayo and then just be treated as if he's just one of the gang.
Yeah.
And
I get you, yeah.
and then the butterfly himself. And do you know what else I like? Is how James Gunn kills his characters near unceremoniously.
Yeah, that's what, it's not a big deal almost.
Yeah,
it's just, he's gone.
Yeah, as soon as they charged him into his little apartment, and one asked him one question, and he says, "You're not gonna make me talk." And she reacts as if, "I don't have fucking time for this," and she just shoots him before you realize, before you as the fan are prepared to expect this is when she's gonna kill him.
Yeah, and it's not even that they kill Myrn, but then they also kill the butterfly, so it's not as though that butterfly is going to come back in a different body later on or something like that.
Yeah.
And we still technically have the character just with a different actor.
Do you know what? That would have been a fun idea, wasn't it?
It would have, but I think that, James Gunn, he is committed to, he will kill characters.
And he won't bring them back unless they play a role.
Yeah.
But with that the cops in season 1, I liked their little role, but they got fucking done dirty.
Yeah, that whole sequence with the butterfly storming the police station.
And you won, she was a good person.
Yeah.
I was interested in her plot. Yeah, she's an antagonist according to Peacemaker in his story, but they get done fucking real dirty. As soon as the butterfly gets into them, that's like a facehugger getting onto them. You are dead. You are not coming back to life.
Yeah, even if the butterfly leaves you, you're dead. You're gone.
So, I don't know how to feel about that, really, because those are good people getting killed. And even the other cop who's taunting the cops he kills in the woods,
the tall, skinny guy.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I don't know his name, but he's one of those faces you just recognize. You're happy to see him die, but fucking hell. And the butterflies, there's that one sequence where they're all smiling awkwardly because
they don't quite know how to smile. Yeah, they're kind of figuring out their bodies. Yeah.
Anyway, James Gunn, he's not afraid to kill his characters. And he's not afraid to do it in such a way where it's not Iron Man. It's not like an Iron Man dash.
It's not a big moment. Yeah.
What did you make then of Peacemaker's dad in season 1?
See, he's an interesting character that he is just a bad guy. No redeeming qualities whatsoever.
I like the little they keep up his consistency of being a racist, and he calls you one chopsticks, and she calls him fork.
Yeah.
It's just fucking funny.
He's a character who you've no love for whatsoever, and you're happy to see go. But then when he comes around in season 2, you're kind of nearly glad to see him. You're like, oh,
you're glad to see him because he does come across as good and nice. But
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's that when I initially saw him in the other world, and Chris does have his reaction where he runs out of the world, like he's so scared of him, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I want to see this dynamic of him like speaking to his father after killing him, you know, because we did get a little bit of that where Peacemaker was kind of imagining him. Yeah, he was kind of haunting him, and I thought that's how season 1 ends.
And I was surprised. I thought they just James Gunn abandoned that part in favor of telling the story he wanted to tell for season 2, and that did not play a role into it. You know, and fair enough, it doesn't play a role. It doesn't play a role. It is what it is. But it was near non-existent. They just acknowledged it once, and that was it.
Yeah, but then as we go into season 2, the character is back, and I think it's you're watching him specifically for the differences from season 1, because now he's a loving father, but you're also on guard to see
when is the other shoe going to drop.
And he has this speech much later on in the season where
is this the finale scene?
This is his final scene, where he says, you know, about how he's. I think it was Emilia Harcourt called him a Nazi, and he's like, "Whoa, don't call me that word." And he's like, "I'm sorry that I don't come from a perfect world where you come from, where every injustice is fought.
But I can only fight what's in front of me. I can only do my very best, and I can take it the guys who are doing the bad things right now."
And it's a really interesting, impassioned speech where he kind of does highlight the fact that he's not a Nazi, but I would argue he is still a Nazi, because there is a group. There is the group of, what is it, the Sons of Liberty is their name, where they are fighting the injustices and they are going about it in what might not be the correct way. But I mean, he could join with them. He's not actively fighting against the regime and the like, he's raised his kids. We obviously only see a very small amount of what Peacemaker was in this world, but we see Keith, and Keith is very much a part of. When he sees ads, he's chasing after her. He's leading a mob against her.
And got out.
Apparently Peacemaker was worse than Keith.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. So while, yes, he's not, let's say, as he says, he's not actively participating in this world, he's raised 2 kids who are. And he hasn't done anything to prevent them from being a part of this regime. Or he's a superhero where he's fighting the bad guys that are in front of him. But he's not going out of his way. He's not fighting the actual injustice of the world.
But couldn't you just say that's him living his life in the world he's born into?
He's living his life where he is trying to be the hero of this world.
Yeah.
He's just not doing enough.
But no one is. No one on Earth X, bar the Sons of Liberty, who are doing what they're doing.
They're radicalized, yeah.
But they're on a suicide job. So, yeah, he's actively not taking out forces in power. But the way I perceive it, it's an endless fight where you're not going to win. Like, you can't take out those in power in the government unless you have entire nations worth going against them, which is what we call a world war.
Well, I'll put it to you like this, okay? I agree. Yeah, he's not going to overturn the world. He's not going to change this whole thing. But let me put it to you like this: when, let's say, you are on a night out, okay, and you see one of your friends and they're chatting up a girl or whatever, and they're being, let's say, overly aggressive with it, you know, and they're being overly aggressive with how they're chatting up the whoever it is.
Okay.
And, you know, someone says, "Oh, that's your friend over there, like, why are you letting that happen?" Or even if it's not even, maybe it's not even your friend, maybe it's just some guy, and you can kind of brush it off and you go, "Well, it's not me, I don't know the guy, it's not me that's doing it, you know. I'm not the bad guy in this situation." But because you're letting it happen, you become an accessory to it. And because you're not doing everything that you can in that moment, yes, maybe you can't change this guy's whole worldview, but you're allowing him to talk to girls in this way, or be misogynistic, or even be like sexually aggressive or something like that. Yeah. And you're not the one, you're not actively calling it out or trying to make the situation better.
You're not going to change the predators of the world.
Yeah, you may not be the solution to the problem, but you're not trying to help find a solution to the problem. And that's, I think, what Augie Smith is in this second world, is that, yes, he can't be the solution to the problem, but he's not actively combating the problem.
But he is combating boots on the ground, individual forces, monsters.
But we don't
that
ever
can-
see that. We only have it from what he says that he's
But
doing.
we don't need to see it. Like, we know that's what he's doing.
I don't know. I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
No, but that's just the consequences because of limited screen time. And when you say that my friend, not friend, is being a little aggressive to this one in the nightclub, he is not a body of government in power. He's just one guy. And just like how Augie can take out more than just one guy, he can do that. If he sees someone doing something wrong, and I'm going to cover myself, like, it's not as if he's going to see some racist asshole.
No, but what about his own son? His own son.
His own son.
Yeah.
But sure, you can't control what your sons believe to be when they grow up in a world, and when they grow up in a world into adulthood where they form their own opinions and beliefs. Like,
But obviously he's not done enough. If he holds this belief, and he has two sons that hold the opposite belief,
yeah.
what has he done to?
Well, sure, he said that Peacemaker, that Chris Smith in that world was so far gone, like he was apparently worse. You can't do anything about that, right? You know, the parents of those who are psychopathic murderers and public shooters, not all the parents are bad. Whereas I felt that Keith was easily led, easily influenced. I think he's a great superhero, but he's not a leader. Like, look how obedient he appeared to be when Augie was telling him, this is what we're going to do. We're going to let these people go. They're going to go back home to their own world, and we're never going to see them again. Even though they kill your brother, Chris, he was still on the deep end, and it was no good. I take it that James Gunn was writing that this Augie in this world, right, to contrast the two portrayals with Robert Patrick, right? Augie in the season 1, Chris's actual dad, was a racist living in, for lack of a better words, somewhat widely, somewhat not so racist world. And Augie in season 2, in the Earth X, he said to Keith, he went into the, what's that room called?
Quantum unfolding chamber.
Quantum unfolding chamber. And he saw his parallel in there. And he saw a very sad man. And he thought he came from a very bad world. He's thinking he's coming from a world so far worse than Earth X. Whereas we know, no, he's just a fucking racist who doesn't like the fact that there are people of colour living their lives just like white people. And I thought that was one sign to show us that this Augie is not a racist. He's not actively a racist. Yes, he's guilty of living in the world he was born into, and he's guilty of choosing to live a life where he lives his life.
He accepts the privilege of it, yeah.
Well, he's a job, he's a house, he's a family, and he's happy. And compared that Augie in season 1 to this one in season 2, Augie is living in a world where everyone are Nazis and racists, and he's not. That is what James Gunn's intention was here. And because of that, that's one reason, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why I accept that this Augie is not racist and he is actually a hero. And because it's easy for me to digest it and to accept it, that's what I choose to believe. And that's why I believe him. And another interesting part, which I thought was very clever, to showcase the differences between the two Augies. Well, not even the differences, but the fact alone, right? When you watched Peacemaker season 1, did you think or question yourself, how did Augie have access to a fucking quantum, what's it called?
Unfolding chamber.
Quantum unfolding chamber.
I did, yeah. And how did he make all these?
Yeah, did
helmets?
you question that, or did you accept it for what it was?
No, I questioned it
at the time of watching it.
Yeah,
I didn't think I'd be getting an answer in season 2, and the answer is he didn't fucking make it. He found it because an alien was wandering the woods and he shot the alien's head off. An alien that was pleading with its fucking life in its own alien language, and took the device and just used it for whatever the fuck he wanted.
I fully believe that Augie would walk around in there to find other Peacemaker stuff and then just take it for himself.
Yeah, because
like that someone else is the genius there and he's just stealing it.
Yeah, apparently he couldn't fucking do a calculus. And even Ads, I think, asked Chris that. Like, I thought your father was a genius in creating all that. Are you fucking nuts? No, he didn't. He stole it. He just got lucky. Fell into the wrong hands. No, he didn't really do much with it, but still. I just think it's interesting that James Gunn gave us an answer to that, and that played a role into the plot of the entire second season.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting, that he wrote that into season 1 before the idea of even Superman or
Or the DCU in general.
and that he then gets to take that aspect of season 1 and make it a central plot point. It's not even an intentional plot point in Superman, but then he can fold that into being the central conflict of season 2, is that the Argus and Rick Flag Sr. want to get a hold of this to not have the same events that happened in Superman happen again.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's good.
It's
good. It's good looking at what you have
and
using it.
It's good fitting the blocks in what you have.
Yeah, exactly.
You're working with what you have, and sometimes that can be a good thing. What did you make of the fact that, yet again, Vigilante comes in and fucks everything up?
It's very true to his character.
Like, of all the times he's done that, this was the worst. And he jumps in, smashes through the window while Augie's giving his great, inspiring speech to the point where Chris is saying, I don't think he's a Nazi. And like, that's Chris realizing the fact. Like, he sees his dad again, and he's a nicer version of his dad, but he's, I'm sure he's still a racist.
It's kind of one of those things that, like, you would believe that had the scene played out differently, Chris would have been like, come with me. Come to this other world. I
Yeah.
want to have a relationship with you. And this other world, it does have its problems, but it's not like this. It's not completely racist.
Augie would have probably accepted it, but I think he would have stayed in the world he would have known, and he would have accepted what it is. But Jesus Christ, like, just to be killed in such a way...
Again, unceremoniously, like, completely... It's not even a fight. It's just Vidge jumping through the window.
And stabbing him in the neck repeatedly. And then that saying Keith down the path of fighting off Chris. And, Keith's bigger, and he had his armor on, but he's not as practical as a fighter as I think he appears to be. I think Keith and Chris fighting together, I think Chris is going to come out on top of that.
Yeah.
And I like Keith. I liked his character, and I didn't want him to die.
Yeah, no. But the thing is that the fact that he's kept alive and we're not getting a season 3, it's like, when are we going to see that character again? Like, why did you keep him alive in this kind of what seems as though he would go and search for Chris?
Yeah, it does end in such a way that he would be the villain for season 3, if a season 3 were
But
to
that's
happen.
not, it's not like it's been cancelled or anything like that. It's wrapped up.
Yeah.
So it's like, why didn't you kill him? I think that would have been much more of a something for Amelia Harcourt to carry with her, that she did kill Chris's brother.
But I don't know, it just would have left me in a bad taste. I just wouldn't have liked it, just for the simple fact alone that I don't like that decision. I like the fact that she tried to.
I think it would have been interesting to have her kill Keith and then her lie to Chris about it, to drive up some conflict later down the line.
Yeah, and I understand for that conflict alone, but I don't like it when characters do something for the sake of conflict and then not face the repercussions of it, because repercussions need to happen.
I think we could have repercussions for it, yeah. If she had killed him and then, later down the line, Chris...
But later down the line is the last episode.
I know, yeah. That's the thing, is that when it's envisioned as a 2-series show.
Yeah.
Because you could have easily had a season 3 where he does want to go back and he does want to make amends with Keith. But Amelia is, you can't go back to that Earth, like, because she's trying to spare him the heartbreak of that his brother isn't there anymore, he's dead.
Yeah. I know Keith is left in a place worse than he would have been than he was dead, because he's in the ambulance, he's all beaten up.
It's just one of those things where, like, when are we going to see him again? Probably never.
No, probably never. It's not the only character I'm thinking of that as well, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I liked Keith. I liked the actor that got him, David Denman. I've seen him in a few things before, but like I just liked him. Like, great choice. I thought it was Henry Cavill. I thought it was Henry Cavill that was going to step out of the shadow when he appeared. But
Really? Oh, I didn't think that at all.
I thought jokingly, yes.
He played Jenna Fisher's husband on The Office, or fiance on The Office, and I think that's an interesting thing, because James Gunn was married to Jenna Fisher.
Oh.
So he hired his ex-wife's fake ex-fiance.
Oh.
It's just a bit strange. I find it a bit strange.
I don't know. He seems to get on fine. It was a great cast, I thought.
No, nothing wrong with him as a cast. It's just like the interpersonal relationships between actors and directors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
Sure. What then did Sherlock Vigilante?
Vigilante, I like Vigilante. I'm glad that he gets a bit of a friendship between Tim Meadows, because it feels as though he's someone that is constantly looking for friendship, but the whole rest of the team are ever so slightly annoyed by him. Like, even Economos does put up with him. Like, everyone does put up with him.
Yeah.
But, like, any opportunity where they don't have to hang out with him, they choose not to.
Yeah, he's the Stewart in the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
The-
I don't watch The Big Bang Theory, but
He
sure,
does-
yeah.
he's the last to get invited.
Yeah.
And he self-invites.
If we can do it without him, we will.
Yeah.
Even though they do acknowledge, like in, say, season 1, when he kind of forces his way onto the 11th Street kids,
Yeah.
he's the one that's able to use the sniper rifle on some of the butterflies.
That was such a great moment because Peacemaker, the man who will kill men, women, children.
Can't kill the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not children, they're aliens. And then comes in this psychopath who's whistling away, do. Let me take over, buddy. And he just kills everyone. He does the plan, and that's enough for
He
him
feels-
to be recruited.
He feels very much like a Deadpool variant where he is that ridiculousness, other than like breaking the fourth wall, but he's the ridiculousness of it all, and then as well as that, the level to which he, I fight crime wherever I see it. Like, I have no problem in killing someone if they're graffitiing. Like, they're graffitiing.
Yeah.
They're the one that's breaking the law.
Like-
and it's like he's justified in his own head in everything that he does because he's combating crime.
But he
In all its
he
forms.
does love the violence of it, though.
He does, yeah.
But like he's still a fucking nerd. Like,
Well, if he wasn't a nerd, he'd be a supervillain. He'd be going and killing people. I think that just because his personality that he does seem on the side of good.
But he doesn't have like a romantic relationship. Like, he probably never had sex, and he says like, yeah, it doesn't do it for me or anything like that. When
We see him have sex in the season 1. Him and Peacemaker have like a 3-way.
oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, when they legalized weed 3 years ago, and he said he would have killed them if it was still legal. I like that he does come across as the most absurd character and the most annoying character, making arguments not just alone for the sake of making arguments, but also being fucking awkward about it. You can rely on him to do some of the jobs.
That's why they put up with his annoyances,
Yeah.
is because that he is good at what he does.
Like when Hardcore, when Amelia Hardcore and Peacemaker and Vigilante go out to shoot all the army worth of butterflies in season 1, he's there, and he takes out a lot of them, and he takes a bullet in the back, and before he collapses, he just fucking flings a blade behind him without even looking, and the knife lands on the guy's fucking neck and kills him. It's like he curved the fucking bullet.
Yeah.
Like
He's like the Deadpool of it. Like he does have those heightened abilities.
Yeah. And there was this moment where he nearly killed himself with a grenade in season 1. And I thought, I bet James Gunn would actively kill off Vigilante in a somewhat unceremonious way. And I think I'd be all for it. I'd like that, I think.
I wouldn't want to see him go, but yeah, if it had to go, it has to be like unceremonious, or it has to be him doing something stupid. Like
Yeah.
everyone else taking it so seriously, and him being like, guys, it's fine. Like, I've done this all the time, and then like, boom, gone.
Yeah, well, I like feeling the emotions. But in season 2, when he goes to find his doppelganger, like, come on, what did you expect to happen?
I expected it to be exactly as it was.
Because he comes in to the fucking basement, alright? Just completely walks past his parents. Dad's not gay here. Obviously, that plays a fucking role in Earth X. But he goes down to in the basement, and Vigilante there squares off him. Who the fuck are you? It's okay. It's me. I'm you from another world. And the doppelganger reacts, no fucking way.
Yeah, that they're exactly the same. I
Yeah.
do like as he walks through the house, and it's all those little differences.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, the little chipmunk, you're a squirrel in my world.
Yeah.
Like, it's those little differences that he finds so hilarious.
Yeah.
And then like Cheerios are spelled with an OH at the end, and he's cracking up, and it's like, oh my god, this place is crazy. Like, this is so different from my world. Where like, if you had brought the camera through Vigilante's house the first time and then done it a second time, you wouldn't have noticed any of those differences whatsoever.
But the fact that it feels like it's within his character to bring those things up.
Yeah, that he would notice them. And then as he goes down into the basement, and the Vigilante, like, the initial interaction is very serious, which is how Vigilante would-be
Yeah.
are vigilante, that they're completely best friends, and everything is exactly the same. They have all the same opinions until it comes to Peacemaker. And that's just by consequence of the world that they're living in. You know, everything else is exactly the same. Their favorite Pokemon, their favorite way to kill somebody, you know, everything like that.
When Peacemaker left the world, like, Vigilante was upset and crying because, according to him, his best friend left him. But then the next scene, he's like, I wasn't crying. Like, he's
he always has to save face. He always has to.
He's a very fucking pouty attitude at times.
He's got an image to uphold that he can't deal with that wall coming down.
Yeah.
But that wall does come down. It's not like he runs away to cry privately. Like, he's just in the next room. And, like, he's upset because it's not even that Peacemaker left. I took it as that he was never mentioned in the letter.
Was he not?
No. He mentions everyone else except for Vigilante. And it's like this moment where his world comes crashing down because he left and he didn't even mention him in his goodbye letter.
Yeah, well, sure, that's it. He's the steward. Let's talk about the other characters. The known regulars. Economos.
What do you think of Economos? Alright, I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit about Economos. I really just don't care about him. I find him, for some reason, to be the James Gunn surrogate. For some reason, when I see him, I see James Gunn on set.
As opposed to Peacemaker or Vigilante?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. And Economos I just don't care about.
At all?
Yeah. No.
I mean, he is a coward, and he admits it openly and confidently. No, not even confidently. He just accepts it as fact. Yeah, I'm a coward. I know there's not much to him, but like he is part of the role, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't vibe with him.
I don't know. I think he's a few good moments there, like in season 1.
He does have good moments and all, but yeah,
like where he's pointed out by the butterfly why he dyes his beard because.
Yeah, that's a good.
All in all, he's a loser.
It's a good payoff to essentially what was a couple of jokes where there is an emotional depth to it, where he has to pretend like he's a butterfly and fully admit why he dyes his beard, even though previously he's been saying he doesn't dye his beard.
Yeah.
So,
but the fact that Peacemaker has been making jokes about it shows that he noticed. Like that's enough for him to feel somewhat appreciated.
But it's just, I don't know. It feels as though he's just again, I don't know why. I feel as though he's like a surrogate for James Gunn, and I don't know why that is. I fully admit that this is something that I'm putting on the character entirely myself.
I don't know how a character who was a supporting character in a sea line plot of Suicide Squad. I don't know. I can't explain it. Oh well. I did like Tim Meadows' incorporation in season 2. Like
So did I, but again, the same criticism I had earlier. Where now I will say though, he is ridiculous from the get go, but he does sometimes like some of his lines and some of his personality are just a little bit too ridiculous. Like the whole thing about bird blindness and how consistently that goes on, and it's just like, all right, I get it. Like nobody actually has this. Nobody actually would speak like this. Yeah, and it does play in. It is a funny joke where he can't identify what eagle he is.
Yeah, he calls him a duck and a parrot at one point.
But it sometimes does verge on the level of just a little bit too ridiculous.
But I do like his moment where he tells Economos, it's a good thing that you did that. You booked him into the system.
Yeah.
Like, it shows a level of seriousness to him. Like, he is the absurd character when he's alone in a room with Rick Flag Sr. But just because of that doesn't deter him away from being level-headed, I think. Because he is by the book. He's not all for killing Peacemaker if capture is not feasible.
Yeah. It feels as though he is very much about doing the right thing. Yeah. Regardless of whether it's in the best interests of who he's working for. It's like, well, it was the right thing to do. It's like him and Vigilante are kind of nearly on the opposite ends of the spectrum where...
Yeah, because they did have a good exchange scene at the end in the office, didn't they?
They do, yeah. And they're on the same wavelength, but like on opposite ends of the spectrum where it's like, yeah, it might not be for the greater good that they do let Peacemaker out, but it's the right thing to do. Is to book him so that he can be, released on bail or whatever it is.
Yeah, or that he can't be killed for the fact alone.
Whereas Vigilante on the other end would be like, well, for the greater good, it's probably better that I kill these guys. It's not the right thing to do, but we'll all be better off if these people are dead.
Yeah.
Well,
you just have to remind me how Vigilante overcompensates the fact that he's not Vigilante.
Oh, when his mask is off.
Yeah, and he tries to change his face all the time.
If I continue changing my face, they'll never be able to identify me.
But even when he's just standing there openly in public and he says something and then Ad says, "Oh, I guess that makes you vigilante." Mm-hmm. What? No, no, it's not. And like how she constantly calls him out on how you just change your voice. Why are you walking with a limp? And he gets frustrated because he knows he's caught, but he's still staying face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just reminded me of that. But do you want to give some screen time, or audio time in this case, to one of my favourite actors, a James Gunn recurring actor in his filmography, Michael Rooker, as Red St. Wild.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have much to say on him, so you can go for it.
Man, what do you mean?
What do you mean? What is there to say?
This is the best...
ridiculous character.
The best Michael Rooker we've gotten in all 4 roles he's played in James Gunn's DCU.
If you say so. Has he played 4 roles?
4.
I know he's played the guy at the beginning of Suicide Squad. He's played this guy.
He voiced a character in Creature Commandos.
Oh, who did he voice?
He picked up G.I. Robot in the store and he brought him to a fucking neo-Nazi cult.
You know what?
And he voiced one of the 4 robots in Superman.
Ah, okay. I'm shocked that G.I. Robot didn't play a part in Peacemaker Season 2.
That is almost a missed opportunity.
It is a missed opportunity.
It is.
100%. Especially with the final episode where they're going to all these different worlds. Mm-hmm. I don't know why there wasn't a G.I. Robot inclusion in that in some way. Just to have that carryover, because we do have a little bit of a carryover with...
In Earth X, or...
To go to Earth X, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking... Oh, fuck, yeah, you're right. I thought you were talking about a G.I. Robot in Earth X, and he...
No. To bring our G.I. Robot over to Earth X. To have Rick Flag Sr., like, have that group go into the Quantum Unfolding Changer, go into that world, realise that they're all Nazis. Yeah. I was like, I know just the guy, and bring G.I. Robot.
And, you know...
And he has a field day.
You know what? Probably don't even need to see it. Just let him walk through the door, and then you hear all guns being fired instantaneously before the door even shuts.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a missed opportunity to have that little bit of a carryover.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I can agree. It's some inclusion, if even any inclusion. Mm-hmm. I just like that James Gunn created an original role for Michael Rooker to give Eagly a nemesis. Mm-hmm. Like the absurdity of it. Yes, I know it's absurd that. He gets knocked out by a convulse and he wakes up. Oh, what happened? You were knocked out by another eagle. Another eagle! You don't think that's funny?
No.
No?
No.
And he said...
I'm sorry.
He says, there's going to be one thing. The prime eagle. The fucking...
You know what? It's because it doesn't amount to anything. Because it's done. He's introduced one episode. He killed off the next episode.
He's not killed off the next episode. He's in like 3 or 4 episodes.
No, I think you're forgetting. You're exaggerating how long he's in it.
I know he gets killed off.
He's introduced in episode 2. He killed off by episode 3.
No, he's killed by episode 4.
Well, then he's introduced in episode 3.
Yeah, look, I just like, you know what? I want to see Michael Rooker pop up as various different characters going forward.
If you say so, that's what you want.
Do you not like Michael Rooker?
Just don't think much of him.
Really?
Yeah, I like him as Yondu in Guardians, but like other than that,
really? Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry to break the illusion for you.
You should be. Michael Rooker's a fucking great actor. He's fucking Merle from The Walking Dead. I love Merle.
Like what? Like, you know, it's funny when it comes to The Walking Dead, where I love that character. It's like, yeah, but like that character was not in The Walking Dead. Yes, he was in The Walking Dead, but like for 1 episode in season 1, part of season 2, killed off in season 3, and they had 12 seasons. Like characters, even though
goes to show how big of an influence and an impact they make on you, don't they?
Well, I suppose, yeah. But like, yeah, when they're in such a small section of the show.
What did you think I was looking forward to Yondu and Guardians before I saw the first Guardians? Like I knew.
Well, I didn't know you before then.
No, you didn't. In fairness, yeah, I was looking forward to Guardians before we even got any stills, before any teasers, because I looked up the cast and like, oh, what's this random sci-fi adventure with this ragtag ensemble whose names I somewhat notice. Fuck, man,
what a time!
I thought that was going to be a completely different movie.
I thought it was going to be a flop. I was convinced it was like, oh, this is the first MCU flop.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, fair enough. He does get killed very quickly, but like, I don't care. I like seeing him, especially
good. I'm glad
how Michael Rooker plays him off. Do you know that one of the girls in Peacemaker season 2 the second in command to Rick Flag, you won.
Sacha Bordeaux, yeah.
Yeah, she auditioned to play the
engineer, yeah.
Yeah. And apparently the two of them starred in like some fucking random Disney Plus show together. Or not Disney Plus, like Disney XD channel when they were like younger.
Oh.
It's just funny. Yeah. See it on Insta. It's funny how Insta pops up things like that. But yeah, what did you then think of Frank Grillo as Rick Flag here?
Again, I think that he is just so different.
He's different by the end.
Yeah.
I think. Not at the start.
You're right. Yeah, no. I think that by the end of by the last episode,
yes,
he's no longer the character
we saw in Creature Commandos.
No, he just feels so different. And yes, I can understand that he's finally getting what he wants, and so he's in a good mood. But I don't know. It just feels like completely different. Like
not giving a care or a shite that a lot of nameless people are getting killed by going all these doors, and he's fucking hanging out with Lex Luthor's goons.
Yeah, it just feels like he's transitioning from a good guy to a bad guy.
Who the fucking thought that? He's supposed to be the protagonist in Creature Commandos, and now a good antagonist to Peacemaker, and Peacemaker is an antagonist to him. Like, that's a good fucking dynamic right there, because he killed his son.
Yeah.
But now, coming into Man of Tomorrow, because Frank Grillo, he's confirmed for Man of Tomorrow.
Which makes sense, yeah, considering where the season was left off.
So,
but I think that
Rick Flag, he's turned into an antagonist who I'm thinking, where are you going with this? Because I need some conclusions here. I don't like where he's ended off. Like, especially the fact that there's no season 3 for Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And I feel like any type of narrative you're generating in the Peacemaker shows, it has to be concluded in a Peacemaker season 3. It can't be concluded as a B plot in
a C plot. Even it probably wouldn't even be a B plot.
A C plot in a Superman movie that we're going to see in cinemas. Now, not everyone's going to see, and fans are going to be questioning, what's the story with this? Let's go back to Superman and Lex and Brainiac and all that. Why are we dedicating some time here with Frank Grillo? If you're bringing him back, I expect John Cena to be in Man of Tomorrow. I
think he will be. I think that's where we'll get the conclusion to that story. You know what's another, I think, missed opportunity with that Earth 2? Bringing Joel Kinnaman back. Because they bring him back for some flashbacks, but then we also, like, within the season...
The flashback before he goes on to the Corto Maltese mission.
Yeah, before the Suicide Squad. But then we also meet an alternative version of him on Earth X. And it's just a bit of a missed opportunity where he does appear in, like, 2 episodes, and he's just there as
it's just 2 scenes out.
Just 2 scenes, yeah, and he's just playing that he's Emilia Harcourt's boyfriend over there in that other world. But, like, have him interact with Frank Grillo.
Yeah.
And, like, bring him over to this other world and, like, have that be the conclusion to that Peacemaker, like, oh, you know, yes, I killed your son, I'm sorry, but, like, he's a good guy here, like, I want to give him this opportunity. And yes, you can still have Rick Flag Sr. bring him, or, like, take Peacemaker and put him on that other world, and it's like, yeah, but it's not my Ricky.
Yeah.
You know, that he can still hold a grudge against him. It's like, you still killed my son.
Yeah, I think if they were to have Rick Flag Sr. meet the Rick Flag Jr. in Earth X, he would have looked at what a loser he actually is. Like the dope running into bins because he's trying to see what Chris is doing with Emilia.
It just feels like bringing him back should have been a bigger deal. It's just there to play a joke.
It should have been. No, I didn't think it played it just a joke. Like,
he's there to contrast the original Rick Flag.
Yeah, he is. But, like, he is a loser in Earth X. Like,
but what other purpose does he play then? Just to show he's a loser?
Look, fair enough. Not much. But, like, it does throw Peacemaker off. That
that should be a consistent then through the rest of the season, is that he's always there.
Yeah.
That Rick Flag Jr. is haunting him in this other world.
But I would have, like, the conclusion from that I would have liked to see was Rick Flag to meet him with intentionally or otherwise or by accident, and the worst thing he could do is he fucking shoots him.
Because that he kills him again.
No, that Frank Grillo shoots Joel Kinnaman again.
For
the first time, because that's not his son, and it's not his son.
In the same way that Chris isn't Keith's brother.
Yes, but by accepting this Rick Flag, this Ricky, it throws a spanner in Rick Flag's Senior's fucking Rick Flag Senior Junior. What the fuck? It throws a spanner in the works for Frank Grillo, because his mission now is to get Peacemaker, to fucking kill him, to do something with him, to get revenge. And by accepting this Ricky, it's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
And so if he saw what such a loser that Ricky in Earth X really was, not only does he see him as not his son, not only does he see him as a fucking Nazi if he is one, he fucking kills him. And he says, not mine. And I think it further cements this Frank Grillo spiraling down into a villain.
Yeah. I just would like to see more...
A conclusion.
More, Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
If you're going to bring him back with a purpose. It didn't feel as though he was there as a shock to Chris.
Yeah.
But not more.
I think another episode would have done it. But that would only happen if Frank Grillo did go to Earth X. And
yeah, with G.I. Robot.
But we didn't have time with that.
Yeah.
You want to pitch?
Shame.
Want to do another pitch?
No. Well, we'll see what...
But yeah, none
has.
of these conclusions can happen really in a fucking movie because they belong within the Peacemaker IP.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Maybe we will get a Peacemaker season 3 down the line, but
not anytime soon anyway.
Not anytime soon. That's why we're doing this. But yeah, it's interesting to see where we'll go. What do you think of then Hardcore, James Gunn's wife?
Like I said, I think that I kind of said a lot earlier that I feel like she doesn't feel like the same character season 1 to season 2 because James Gunn wanted to contrast her with her counterpart on Earth X.
And what do you think about her counterpart? And the fact that she didn't really have too much of a conclusion either.
Yeah. I think that's a major problem with that other Earth, and the fact that we're only getting this season 2. We're not getting a full conclusion. Like, there are a lot of threads that feel left open.
Yeah.
Like, she would have to come to terms with the fact that her Chris is dead.
Yeah.
And now Augie is dead. And maybe Keith is in the ICU or something like that. Like,
but I could see the two of them coming together to, I don't know, play antagonistic roles. Like, because Peacemaker season 3 is going to be a continuation of Peacemaker season 2. It's not going to be its
yeah, not like
separate.
1 to 2. Yeah.
But she does get together with Chris at the end. They form a little relationship, and I do like that. What that might do in terms of her relationship with Frank Grillo. It could do something, but like
it very much plants her on the opposite end, the opposite side, because she very much does want to do anything to be, part of Argus again and get on. She's conflicted throughout the season where she wants to get on Frank Grillo's good side, but also does hold a little bit of a soft spot for Chris and the 11th Street Kids, where she's, contacting him to meet, but giving him the code word of like, don't come, and he is going to be shot by Sacha Bordeaux, and she's the one that takes him out to save his life, so she is conflicted throughout, and she very much does, by the end of the series, pick a side, and it is with the 11th Street Kids.
But I do like that, as appealing Frank Grillo does appear as an ally, he is the demon on her shoulder, trying to push her to do something she doesn't want to do. But the fact that she had a relationship with Frank Grillo's son, Joel Kinnaman, and all the little mentions she had of Joel Kinnaman in season 1, I found it to be quite consistent.
Yeah, when rewatching it, because I watched season 2 first,
Yeah.
then went back and watched season 1 to season 2,
Yeah.
all the way through, and I was like, okay, yeah, this does seem consistent, where they would have possibly had a relationship, or they had some kind of friendship,
As if it was the plan. But
that it was that the whole way through.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Like, when writing season 2, James Gunn incorporated a narrative that Amelia had a relationship with Rick Flag, and the little drops and mentions that Harcourt had for Joel Kinnaman in season 1, it makes sense. It's as if he knew the whole time. He's good at finding pieces to fit the puzzle.
Yeah.
He's very good at that, I think. And you know what? I think Ads played the female lead in season 1, but she's not the female lead in season 2.
No, definitely not. No, she's very much... I feel as though with Ads, season 1 nearly feels like we're in her shoes.
Yeah.
Like she's
She's the new person to the team.
Yeah, so we get to see it all from her perspective nearly.
Yeah, she's the outsider.
Whereas season 2, it's much more Chris.
Yeah.
It's much more Peacemaker that we're following.
Don't know how to feel that where they went with her relationship with her
It very
partner.
much did feel like from season 1 to season 2, it's like, okay, here's all this conflict.
Yeah.
That we just need to get rid of her wife.
Yeah.
And she's not there at all. We just are kind of thrown in that, they're having relationship issues, and she's completely changed her own trajectory of her life.
Yeah, it's like she wants the security business. Look, I like the little jokes of how she's coming across, like she's a little ad in the paper. She's being asked, yes, my silhouette does represent my figure and shit like that. And she's a consequence of That's just she's a consequence, but you know what I mean. Like, she's black.
Mm-hmm.
She's walking down the street in Earth X.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very... And, you know, even to write that
Yeah.
as James Gunn, and, like, then you have to go and speak to Danielle Brooks, and I'm like, look, this is the direction that the story's going. Are you comfortable with this? Like, because...
You're having all these white people chase you down the street.
Yeah.
And it's played off as somewhat of a joke because there's music playing in the background. It's like Jack Sparrow being
But
chased.
that won't be the case on the day. Like,
No.
You are going to be chased by people that in the scene want to kill you because of the color of your skin.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can't help whatsoever.
It's just funny her reaction to it. You know, it's not funny, of course, but like I like the what the fuck reaction she has to it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, racists exist, but
I've never experienced anything like this. I've
Yeah.
never been physically chased.
and
Yeah.
she fucking falls into the pool, and none other than Judo Master himself to save her. Mm-hmm. Not the first time he's killed people in the pool.
Apparently so, yeah. But this happens to be the most that he's ever
Yeah,
done. Yeah.
but he specifically electrocuted them. Mm-hmm. I like that they brought him back.
Yeah. I like that he got a bit of a meatier role this time around.
Yeah.
And I like the whole, you know, where he does spend a lot of time with the gang, and then by the end of it, he's nearly conflicted himself, where they come out of the Earth X and they're back in the original world, and he does change sides. Like, he has to go over to the other side. And I feel as though it's more like, I have to do this as opposed to I want to do this.
Yeah.
You know, technically, yes, I am on their side, but...
Because he does come across as... He's a superhero, but he's by the book.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what else? I only realised this when watching season 1 again. You never see his face.
No, he's never out of the costume.
No. And I think that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's like kind of what Vigilante wants to...
Yeah.
He wants to just have the Vigilante persona.
I nearly wish there is a character on the team like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, maybe... Yeah, Judo Master is that guy now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Judo Master, like...
Rip Jagger. What a name.
Rip Jagger. That is his name, is it? Mm-hmm. Rip Jagger. I like him. I want to see more of him. I like that he's on the team. It's a growing team now. Like, you have the 11th Street kids. And then there's 5 of them. You have Tim Meadows and you have Judo Master and you've...
Sasha Bordeaux, even.
Yeah, she joins as well.
That whole final shot where they're all walking out of the security business.
The cringe scene.
The most cringe-inducing scene in the entire show for me.
It's quite acceptable because the intro song is playing over it.
Nah, I don't know, man. It's like all the characters walking towards camera, looking at each other, smiling, and like looking off in the distance. And I'm like, what is this? Like James Gunn, you're better than this. I feel as though it's just so like, what is this scene? You know? Can you imagine if we, as a friend group, us and our friends, all just started walking in the same direction, looking at each other, smiling? I'd be like, what the fuck?
If the director is playing music in post-production, yeah, maybe.
No, it's just so unnatural, and it's so...
It's
so TV.
I agree with you, yeah, absolutely, 100%, not without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what, David? I'm easily led by music.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm easily led by music. Mm-hmm. When you play good music, and it's a real good fun time, fuck it, why not?
Cringy for me.
It's very cringy, but it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Other things will bother me more.
Okay.
You know? If the music gets me, the music gets me.
Fair
Everything's grand. Alright? Fucking throw an Oasis song over a trailer of a movie.
Yeah,
that is
you're going to love it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to love it. Okay? Simple as. I like music. Fucking sue me.
Suit me, yeah.
I want to talk about the opening sequences. The intros.
Yeah.
Well,
I cannot get on board with the opening sequences. I just think they're so...
Neither of them.
Like, I don't care about either of them. I like the song from the second one.
Yeah.
And I like the song from the first one. I prefer the second song. But
I prefer
like
I prefer the second one as well. And I like that they played in the episodes.
But I just find them to be silly. And I don't care about them. I would happily... If I didn't like the song, I would press skip intro.
Oh, so you don't skip them?
No, but what I do is I close my eyes and lean my head back, because it's like I don't care that the whole dancing, where they're completely serious.
Yeah,
I don't find funny.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I knew you would.
What do you mean?
Because most people do, but like I just don't get it. I just don't find it funny.
Why are you so goddamn negative, David?
No, I like the songs, but it's just like I just don't get it. It's like I want to have you dance so comedically, but with such serious faces, and I'm like, why? Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't find it funny.
Man, come here.
I like both songs.
Yeah,
But I just don't find it funny. Either of them.
When are you gonna get another opportunity for a show like Peacemaker, the caliber of Peacemaker, the absurdity of Peacemaker, to do your opening sequences like that?
I don't care about opening sequences normally. Just get on with the show.
So
Get on with the show.
Do you skip our intro when you listen to our episodes?
I don't listen to our episodes.
Fuck's sake!
But also, we're not doing a big song and dance about it. We just get into it.
I listen to the Another Happy Studios, Another Happy podcast. I love their intros.
They're not 3-minute intros. They're not 3-minute intros. It's like 30 seconds and you're in. Go for it.
It's a good sequence.
If you say so.
And Frank Grillo was laughing when everyone piled up on each other in the end. Like, it was funny. I like it.
I knew you were going to bring it up, and I was going to break your heart by saying I don't care. I just don't.
Okay.
I don't condone their buffoonery.
God damn. Can we get someone else in here to concur with my opinion on the opening? Does any of our friends watch them?
No. You're stuck with me.
Fuck. God damn it. You know what? Between Rocket, Crypto, and Eagly, James Gunn has mastered making animals who are more than just animals. Awesome.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even consider Rocket in that grouping. Rocket is a speaking character.
Okay.
With a personality.
Okay.
And emotions.
Fair enough.
But with Crypto and
Eagly.
Eagly, yeah. He does do a good job of bringing character to animals. Speechless characters.
Speechless characters, yeah. Eagly's a fucking great, badass motherfucker of a character. Yeah.
He's dependable, but also does his own thing.
Yeah, with Michael Rooker in his character.
No, as in, like, you know, he may not... He's not in every episode, and you can just let him go, and he can do his own thing or whatever. But like when you need him to do something, he will do it to the best of his abilities.
I just remember the first time where someone reacts, is that a bald eagle in the back of his car? And you see through the windows flapping his wings as she said it. I just, the timing of that was perfect nearly. Like,
I love when Ads goes over to him in the car, and he's like, is he friendly? He's like, yeah. And then like he bites her or he pecks her, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, well, he's friendly to me. It's like, yeah, obviously he's friendly to you. Yeah. He's your eagle.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that he does become friends with the whole group. Yeah. You know, he hugs Economos at the end.
That was the hug for Economos was great at the end, because he hugs Chris like twice. And like the little hugging he does, like there's not much weight to them.
No.
Like it's
a very gentle,
yeah.
Like you don't want to disturb him. It's like, okay, I'm just going to accept this.
But he takes like the phone and he takes a picture of it. Like, can't miss this opportunity. Like, yeah, this is my best friend, Eagly. Fucking hell. I don't know if Eagly is even in the comics.
Oh, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
But yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if it was a
James Gunn
James Gunn creation, yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, you can't really bring the likes of Eagly into other DCU content. All the characters in Peacemaker have to exist within the world of Peacemaker. You can't see them cross over into the likes of Superman, where it's a PG-13 or 12A, kid-friendly. You're
going to dilute them otherwise. You can have it a little bit, I suppose, with Harcourt and Economos, because we have had that previously. In a very limited role. We did have them at the end of Shazam. But
that's because Dwayne Johnson didn't want
to do a cameo.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Everything that takes place within Peacemaker, all of these characters, they seem that they will take place within... You can't take them out of this world.
No.
Otherwise, you're diluting them.
But I could see John Cena's Peacemaker appear in a more significant role in the likes of Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that he'll have to. I mean, he's... That whole...
You can't end
Peacemaker... That whole plot point where Rick Flag Sr. has been looking for this alternate world to create a super prison, and then have John Cena go into that prison. It's like, you're not going to... I mean, we're not going to see them go to that prison world and right at the last second, there's John Cena. Like, he will play a significant role within that world, but I think.
It can't be a role where he just escapes. I need him to confront Rick Flag Sr. again. And
I think you'll see that, yeah.
Okay, but that has to be done in a Peacemaker Season 3, not a D-list plot in a Superman sequel.
You want to have the conclusion to Peacemaker take place within Peacemaker, as opposed to someone else's story where it will feel more like an afterthought.
Who would fucking think? Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah,
but it makes sense. It just feels strange. Like, I don't know. You're gonna have... I don't know what example to draw from, but it's just It's like this. When you have the likes of Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther come together in an Avengers movie, do you know what they're not doing?
They're not wrapping up Daredevil's story in the corner.
Or they're not even wrapping up their own respective stories from their own solo movies. Because they're not in this team-up movie for that. They're in the team-up movie for a shared event that gives them reason to be there.
Yeah.
So if we get a Justice League movie where we have our core members, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and whatever else they're going to introduce, Supergirl as well, all right? If we have our Justice League ensemble come into a Justice League movie, I wouldn't want Peacemaker to be in that movie, and he's closing off his chapter where he confronts Rick Flag Sr. for marooning him in the other world and going back to his 11th Street gang and have his happy ending.
Yeah.
That's not something to see in a Justice League movie. In a Justice League movie, if we do get Peacemaker show up there, he's got to do it in a supporting role, because I can't take him too seriously when he is going to be the most absurd character in the room with Superman and Batman and the likes. And he's got to be in that Justice League movie for the same reason why everyone else is. Defeat the bad guy and save the day.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone is going to be in the Justice League movie for. A shared reason. A shared event.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
So it's just a bit strange.
I think the reason why it's so strange is because of the fact that, as it stands right now, Peacemaker is over. That they've said, oh yeah, season 2 is the series finale.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this, yeah.
It feels as though it's very strange to be talking, and there's still plot threads that are left there that you don't want to see wrapped up somewhere else. You'd much rather see it wrapped up within this Peacemaker.
You're not going to see Keith pop up in another shared together team-up movie.
Yeah.
To wrap up Peacemaker storyline. And it just doesn't work. So I don't like the ending where Peacemaker was left off. I hate that Rick Flag Sr. did that. I would much rather him just put him in prison. But he did that in such a way where not only it's for revenge, it's out of spite, and he's borderline villainous now. And to be at a point where Rick Flag Sr. is now a villain to Peacemaker as a superhero, as the good guy. Look, it's good development, but it pisses me off. And what pisses me off even more is that Lex Luthor's goons are hiding behind shields, being protected, thinking they've won up Peacemaker, and because they're hidden behind fucking broad shoulders and big guns, that they're safe. Boy, throw them fucking goons in the same room with Peacemaker, Peacemaker's breaking their necks.
Yeah.
I would like a confrontation between Peacemaker and Rick Flag Sr., but I do want Peacemaker to pull out his pistol and blow the heads off those Lex Luthor goons. I need them to die because I hate them.
Okay.
I hate how proud and confident they are at their work when it involves destroying the world and harming our fellow superheroes.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't feel that vehemently against them.
Oh, vehemently.
But,
very venomous about
but
it.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. They need to die. Superman can't do it. Batman probably won't.
But Peacemaker can. Yeah.
Yeah. I touched wood there. So I expect John Cena to pop up in Man of Tomorrow. I don't know how or why or what role that will play, what other metahumans will be involved, what will happen off screen in between the time of the end of Peacemaker and the start of Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah. I hope that we do see
the passing of time by Rick Flag Sr. throwing more metahumans in that.
He took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, I hope that we see a lot of metahumans within that world. I hope that we see some of them even from Creature Commandos. Like, I think that would really signify the villainy, I suppose, that Rick Flag Sr. is going down, is that the people that were on his Creature Commandos team are now within that prison world. You could even you could have the likes of like Dr. Phosphorus or the Bride. Yeah,
the only two characters who feel like they're part of the team still. Or Weasel, I guess he's
Weasel. Definitely, I could definitely see Weasel going in there. But I think that if we get a Creature Commandos season 2 before Man of Tomorrow, that could possibly be the finale of Creature Commandos, is these characters ending up on that world, and then we'll see them again in live action with Man of Tomorrow.
Okay. The retcon where they removed the Justice League and threw in the New Justice League, and they had Guy Gardner there, and sorry, not Justice League, Justice Gang.
Yeah.
With Hawkgirl. Mm-hmm. I know you don't like retcons, but
no, but I'm satisfied with it where it's one scene, so it's not like we are retconning a massive. If they had retconned it where the Justice Gang had turned up and they had tried to help out at the end of season 1,
but they were late.
It's still the same. It's pretty much the exact same
joke.
Content.
Yeah,
it's the same joke. It's just who was there is different.
Yeah,
so I'm fine with it. It's much more easy to swallow when it's just that one scene. But then they do carry it over where we do get those cameos from Hawkgirl and Guy Gardner in episode 1 of Peacemaker.
Yeah, it does play consistent. That's how they've met. He did speak to them as if you're fucking late, dickheads, and now he's opening his heart out, looking to be part of the Justice Gang. Mm-hmm. There's no Justice League formation yet.
Not yet. No.
There will be at some point.
Yeah, I think that just seems as though it's the natural thing that what we're building to. The same way if you were rebooting the MCU, we'll eventually build to an Avengers. You know, it just seems like the natural thing. And then I do like the fact that with that cameo at the beginning, we also get the cameo later on in the season with Lex Luthor being there. And it feels like it's a consistent world that James Gunn has created now between the TV shows and the movies.
Yeah.
Because we're getting the likes of Nicholas Hoult,
high caliber
movie actor in TV series. And he's only there for a season, or he's only there for a scene mid-season.
Mid-season as well, not the finale.
No, but it does feel as though, if Rick Flag did need answers on this, he would go to Lex Luthor, the leading guy in it.
Yeah, it does make sense. It's going to feed a role into Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. I also did like seeing Sean Gunn appear up as Maxwell Lord in something more than just on footage camera. Mm-hmm. Like, he's still not a character yet. He's just a scene. Mm-hmm. But I'd like to see what you could do with that. What could you do with him? Mm-hmm. Where could he go? Mm-hmm. Like, that's his role now. Like, yeah, he's played Weasel and he's voiced G.I. Robot. But going forward in DCU, Maxwell Lord is his role going forward, I believe.
Which is very interesting considering that role was previously Pedro Pascal. It's a very big difference, isn't it?
Major difference, but it's different interpretations altogether. I think I love Pedro Pascal, but I think Sean Gunn will do better as Maxwell Lord. Something more consistent.
I would like to see a role with Sean Gunn where he's playing like he could just be himself. Or not that he could just be himself, but like, yeah, I know he does it with Kraglin, but Kraglin is very minor role within it. Like, he's always hidden behind CGI or...
Kraglin?
Yeah.
Really? No, he's...
No, just Sean Gunn is normally hidden behind
behind
prosthetics or CGI or something like that. So.
Yeah, well, Maxwell Lord is a very human guy. Like, he's a businessman. Like, I can throw him in a room with Frank Grillo. Mm-hmm. I think
they can have a back and forth.
I think they'd have a great back and forth, and I think Sean Gunn can hold his own against him. Mm-hmm. I really believe that.
Yeah,
it's cool. I like Sean Gunn. Keep him.
Yeah,
I want to see more of him.
Yeah,
I like that James Gunn's bringing in all his pals and his like Sean Gunn, Michael Rooker, and Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I don't mind it too much because I do like an actor and a director working consistently together.
Yeah,
it shows that they have a good relationship and neither of them are dicks, or maybe they're both dicks but they just happen to get along. You know, that's like I do like seeing, say, Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons consistently working with Yorgos Lanthimos, or Willem Dafoe constantly working with Robert Eggers, you know,
or Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah, like, I think that anytime you see a director and an actor consistently working together, it's a good sign that they work well together.
It's a great sign. Apparently Matt Damon is becoming the new Cillian Murphy for Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, or you have Leo DiCaprio or Robert De Niro with Scorsese.
Yeah,
you know,
got them together. Mm-hmm. It's nice to see, and I expect to even see the likes of Chris Pratt in the DCU at some point.
Yeah, I think if I'm going to pull anyone from James Gunn's previous projects, I preference Dave Bautista to come in.
Yeah, Dave Bautista would be one. I don't know what. The day has passed where it could have been Bane. I couldn't tell you who.
I'll give you one.
Who's the one? Don't say Hugo Strange.
No. Mr. Freeze.
Fuck yes!
Yeah, that's, I think...
Mr. fucking Freeze. One of my favourite Batman villains. A tragedy villain.
Yeah.
You once put to me.
I think that he would be great as Mr. Freeze because he can hide behind the suit. It doesn't have to be a physically imposing because the suit itself is physically imposing. He doesn't have to be that big.
The fact that he's wearing a helmet like that. Could you? We're getting off topic. Could you see the Brave and the Bold deal with Mr. Freeze as the antagonist, or could he play a supporting villain role like how Jason Momoa Lobo is going to be in Supergirl?
Oh, I don't know. It depends. I suppose the as it stands, the Brave and the Bold seems to be about Damian Wayne.
But who's the villain in that?
Don't know yet. I think it would probably be either Ra's al Ghul or the Court of Owls or something like that. But I would like to see somewhere along the line Dave Bautista as Mr. Freeze.
Or just
I think back in the day he would have been, like you said, he was the popular
choice for Bane.
But I think that Mr. Freeze might be the ticket for him. But it doesn't have to be him. I would just like to see him
Pop
somewhere.
Because we like to see him get work.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that when it comes to WWE wrestlers that have become actors, for me, it's John Cena, followed by Dave Bautista, followed by Dwayne Johnson. But that Dave Bautista, John Cena positioning can switch very, very easily depending on who I've seen most recently.
So much to Peacemaker, isn't there?
There's a lot to it. I mean, it's 2 seasons of a show, one of which taking place in a different universe and the second in a completely different universe.
Yeah.
And then like changing the trajectory of the universe, the whole comic book universe of it all. So
who'd have fucking thought? Yeah.
There's a lot in it. And the fact, like we were saying there, that season 1 is very much plot and action driven, whereas season 2 is very character driven.
Yeah.
And it doesn't suffer from the lack of action.
No. The action is the last thing I need. Mm-hmm. But I like how he's filmed the action, James Gunn. Like, he's directed a lot of these episodes. Mm. And he does a lot of movement with the camera. Mm-hmm. Like,
it's never static. Yeah, no, it's a lot of movement in it.
Yeah, and I actually really like that. It's different from how he's filmed it for the likes of Man of Steel, not Man of Steel, Man of Tomorrow and Superman. It's very active, it's very lively. Mm-hmm. It feels a little bit consistent to the Suicide Squad. Mm-hmm. So, here, look, I like it very much. I'd nearly talk about the Suicide Squad one of the days.
We could do, yeah. If you wanted to round out having the whole DCU.
Yeah, because, like, look, me and you watched that movie in a time where it was part of the DCEU.
Yeah.
But it still stood on its own 2 feet. Mm-hmm. And we still have unanswered questions with the established or not established return of Bloodsport and Harley Quinn and Ratcatcher. We need to see those folks show up. They're by the same actors in that movie. Then we're golden.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy with Peacemaker. If you're happy with Peacemaker,
man, we'll see about Man of Tomorrow in 2027.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's next year.
Next year now, yeah. We've got Supergirl to look forward to, followed by Lanterns this year. So
should have been the other way around, I thought. I think we're getting Lanterns way too close after Supergirl now. Supergirl's July. I bet Lanterns will be August, September.
That seems like it would be an August, September kind of show. Yeah.
We should have been getting it in February.
But, we're not going to be wanting for DCU content. We've got stuff to look forward to.
Plenty of things to watch.
But if you are interested in those as well, why don't you make sure that you're subscribed to us, because we will definitely be talking about them.
Oh, all the time. When do we not talk about them?
Exactly, yeah. Well, we'll definitely be talking about Supergirl anyway, and hopefully Lanterns as well. But if you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed to us on your favourite podcasting app of choice. We've new episodes every single Wednesday. And Brian, if you can believe it, next week is our birthday episode.
Is it?
So as we normally do, we're going to do a wrap up for the year.
How old are we?
We're turning 4. It'll be our 4th year. It's our 3rd birthday, but 4th year. So
a 4th of the way there.
Yeah, of the way there. To what?
To the length of the podcast.
Oh, that's all right. Okay. I didn't know what you were saying. But yeah, we've our birthday episode coming up, so we're going to do a full wrap up on 2025 for movies and TV shows. One of my favorite episodes of the year. And then we also have a big announcement coming with that episode, so make sure that you're tuning into that, because
what's that now?
Big announcement. I can't tell you. You'll have to tune in next week to find out what it is.
Oh man, I can't wait that long.
Yeah, but make sure you're subscribed to us. You're following us on all of our social medias. They're down in the links below. This podcast is brought to you by Another Happy Studio, so make sure that you're checking out the other podcasts on our network. Brian, any final words before we let these people go? Oh, have you got a recommendation? Have you got a quick recommendation for people?
Yeah, I do.
Go for it.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I forgot. I nearly forgot.
The Mighty Nine.
The Mighty Nine. I'm going to guess that is a ensemble group of misfits that are brought together that are like a family by the end of it.
Question mark on the family by the end of it, because they are cutting each other's throats.
Ah, okay. But a ragtag misfit group.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Okay,
yeah.
Brilliant.
The Mighty Nine.
Great.
And guess what, David? There's not 9 of them.
Ah, okay. I wonder why.
Yet to be foreseen.
Yet to be foreseen. Okay. I will recommend then... I will recommend Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme?
Yeah.
It's very out of theme with you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I thought we were talking about ragtag ensembles here. I thought that was
it was because I forgot to mention it last week in the most anticipated, because we didn't do recommendations at the end of last week.
Yeah.
And I felt as though I wanted to recommend it before the 2025 wrap up, because I'll be talking about it more then. But Marty Supreme, that's a good movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Should I watch it?
If you can watch it before next week, before the 2025 wrap up, then yes, I think so.
Okay. We'll see.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, David.